of the alternate one, and that's a possibility too. So we're looking at the two of them to see which or if both would work and what the cost associated with each would be, and we still don't have all of that data in yet. And, of course, that's held us up on being able to connect the rental house next door to the sewer system. It's almost like a domino effect in a way.
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah.
But this is one of those things where you want to take the time, you want to do the research, you want to get the data, you want to make sure that you do what is the best option possible with that. And there are a lot of entities involved in that decision-making process. So that's come along more slowly than what we had hoped, but that we'll get there, I think.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I haven't looked at I haven't looked at the plans, but I'm looking at option 7 probably being the best one.
Oh, Lord.
No, I'm just kidding.
Makes you wonder sometimes, doesn't it? Well, we also ran into an interesting issue with the playground. Now, we had a committee here from the town hall that recommended to town council about the design of the playground. That was determined quite some time back. And the footprint of that was roughly drawn out on the plans. And, of course, the survey crew came in to survey where the architect had drawn it. When they did the topographical study with the survey, they apparently did not indicate where we had left some of the trees. And it turned out that right in the middle, well, not in the middle, on one of the edges of the playground were 2 of the trees that we left. And one of those trees died. So we looked at that, and, okay, the option is, of course, to go in and just, the dead tree needs to go. Although I did suggest to the architect keeping it might add a certain je ne sais quoi to the park, but that's not going to happen.
Okay.
But the living tree we really would like to keep. And the architect looked at that, and he's going to, it's not redesign the playground, but reconfigure where it's laying on the land, so that living tree can be preserved, which is a good thing. It'll have some shade that'll be near the playground area and stuff like that. But it's little tweaks and adjustments like that come along. Also, with the park, we had conceived of having around the park trash receptacles and recycling receptacles. But I checked with Waste Management about getting dumpsters to have on the site there. The mayor suggested we put them there. And it turns out that they have, of course, trash dumpsters through Waste Management, but their recycling dumpsters are limited to cardboard only. And obviously the park is not going to generate much in the way of cardboard. So we're probably just going to go with a trash dumpster at the park. But one of the things that's also necessary there is it's best to have a concrete pad for that dumpster to sit on. And we have to keep in mind that the drive around the park, even though the speed limit's probably going to be 5 miles per hour because we do have playground and hikers and whatever else in the park, the truck, if it's steering in a tight place, can do damage to the drive. So we're trying to locate it in such a place and have some of a concrete leading up to it. And we finally got the estimate on that, and I'll be sharing that with council in our regular meeting, which is July the 7th. So hopefully they'll be making a decision on if we're going to add that particular amenity to the park as well. They surprised me at the meeting when we were discussing the Thursday night meeting, and had shown them just a sketch of where picnic tables, trash receptacles, grills, and benches might be located throughout the park. And those amenities, the total on that, I'm trying to think, I believe it was a little over $38,000 for those. And I was thinking, they're going to shoot me down for putting that much stuff in there. And lo and behold, they said, well, we think you need to have 2 more picnic tables and 2 more grills.
All right. Very
and I was
good.
like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're interested in doing this and doing it right.
Sure.
And I'm excited about it. The other area is cameras. We have in the plans, which I finally got a hard copy of, but they have locations for putting some cameras. But I've reached out to Sheriff Sam Page and some folks at his office, and hopefully we're getting together later today to talk a little bit more about the possibility of the camera system and its operation of such. I know that council expressed an interest of we don't want to really be so much in a surveillance state per se, but we want to be able to protect the park. We want to be able to protect the people who are in the park. We are talking about having a playground and children. We are talking about a place where automobiles will operate. And I think that we want to be able to have that safety and security in there.
Sure.
We are looking at the entrance to the park, the driveway entrance into the park, is going to come through Town Hall parking lot. And we are going to have gates on the entrance and exit for that so that we can have park hours. And Sheriff Page said that he would be willing to, since we contract with the Sheriff's Office for our law enforcement, and they are here in Wentworth, to assist us in, opening and closing those gates and stuff, which to me is great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm looking forward to sharing with council. But I also want to get their insights on the camera systems. And I've done some research. I talked with matter of fact, I met in a Zoom meeting with a company in California, and instead of having a server here in Town Hall that would record the information, they have a service where you buy the cameras, install, pay a access fee, and it goes to the cloud, and then their abilities with what they can do with their cameras is just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to explore what the expense is with that. But we could also, this may be an area that we need to develop into, because with the town's properties, with the park, maybe even here at Town Hall, also possibly even with the Wentworth Community Center where the post office is located, and with the Wentworth Consolidated School site, because we've had additional breaking and entering there that I just within the last few weeks had to take care of.
Okay, so, put it all together.
Yeah, and I think that the more that we can do for that type of security, protecting the town's investments, and also with monitoring and keeping folks safe is a good way to be. So,
yeah,
those are considerations with that. Lots of irons in the fire here, though.
Yeah, lots of pieces to the puzzle. That's for sure.
Absolutely,
to make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But all making it happen when it comes together, won't it be nice?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm really excited. It's so nice to look down in there and see the grass growing. Of course, seeing more deer tracks down there now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, the deer checking it out. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the updates on all kinds of things here, the budget, the park, and where we are in that project as that comes together. And realistically, we'll be in that park when, George?
Realistically, the estimated completion date was at the end of the month of August 2020. I think end of August, 1st of September is realistic still at this point. Now, that's going to be dependent upon weather. We have seen where the pandemic can have a potential effect on this. In some cases, ordering materials and supplies has been affected. In some cases, with people actually contracting the disease. So it's we're holding our breath on that one, and there are always factors that you don't anticipate. But I really think realistically, end of August is still doable. We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed, and also keep our noses to the grindstone and pushing along with this. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we really do have a good team of people working on this, and when I say team, I mean not only the people that are out there doing the work, but the architectural firm that's overseeing that, with the staff here that's following along with it, with town council that's making decisions and guiding us, and it's a good way to go about doing a project.
Yeah, it's exciting on many levels.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, George, always great to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much too, Mike. You have a good day.
Okay, we'll talk again soon. Bye.
Bye.
That's George Murphy there, ladies and gentlemen. He is town administrator in Wentworth. Lots of good news from him today. You can get more information on their website, townofwentworth.com.